Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to the comic shop. It's BZ Comics. Now in the last video we went over PCB boards, just a basic understanding of what a PCB board is, what it does, what these pinout functions do, and how to select the proper one for what you're doing. Now in this one we're going to be going over some of the softwares that you can actually download to start programming into to give this brand a function, because right now it's just a chip with some cool features. So let's see what websites we can use to actually get started. Enough talking, let's go. So the first site that we're going to start off with is going to be Arduino. Now to find Arduino, you can just type in Google and then go to Arduino and it'll pop up. Or just type in Arduino in your search bar, the same thing, it'll pop up as well. From the main website, what you want to do is go to software, and then depending on the type of computer that you're using, if you're using Windows 10, if you're using Linux or Mac, is what you're going to click on as far as the download. Now do pay attention to what file. If it's Intel, that's going to be better. If you have Apple Silicon, you're going to have to add an additional driver in order to be able to process these files. Arduino is still an Intel or a Windows product, so again, if you have the Intel, it just makes it that much easier. Arduino, just like Thingiverse, is an open platform, so there's no charge. They do ask if you would like to leave a donation. That's totally up to you, or you can just select just download. From there, depending on if you have Windows or a Mac, it'll prompt you to download how you normally would download something. On Mac, it might open as a zip file, so just open that zip file and you'll have everything from there. Once you open up Arduino, what you're going to want to do from there is go to Arduino IDE and then click on the settings tabs. You'll see it's already darkened on mine because that's where I'm already at. You won't have anything down here, but what you're going to want to do is add your boards. So what that basically means is, just like we said in the last reference where we were using the RP2040, Arduino doesn't already have that in its library. It doesn't already recognize that board. Even when you connect it through USB, it's not going to automatically pop up. So what you're going to have to do, again, from the same place that we were last time, the RP2040, you have the Arduino downloader here. What you want to do is scroll down a little further and copy this URL. Now, if you have obviously more than one board, you can use a comma and add additional links. But what that basically does is, if you see, I go to my tool section, come down to board, you'll see all the different board selections that I can choose from over here. And if I want to find the RP2040, just come to this section, RP Feather, RP2040 is what I would select from there. And this allows Arduino to understand what board that I have and how I can send the file, or what code and what pinouts that we have specifically. Once you added that URL into the selected bar and clicked copy or clicked OK, what you're going to want to do is go to Tools. Then you're going to want to go to Adafruit Board Manager, which you see right here. And then in the left side of your screen, you'll see that some of mine already say remove, so on and so forth. But what you'll want to do is type in the board type that you just downloaded. Now Adafruit on its main site will specify which ones to install, but you just want to make sure that you install the proper board. So I'll type in one just for now. So if I type in AVR boards, which the RP2040 is, you'll see it gives you a description here that you can hover over, and then it'll show like a list of different names and different boards that you have. Again, if you're using an Arduino AVR, depending on what type of board that you're looking for, they're all specified here. You would just search it under the link or under the search bar under Board Manager to find your specific board. The link is basically what downloads all the boards in here or anything under AVR, and then from choosing AVR you can find the specific type that you're looking for, just to kind of make it a little simpler. Alright, so here's going to be the fun part of this process. If you already have your Raspberry Pi, or if you already have your PCB board connected, if you simply go up to File and then go up to Examples, you can go to Basic and then go to Blink. So this is just like a pre-generated code that's already programmed into Arduino. And as you can see, it'll write out the pin and it'll write out the code for the LED that you have on your main board. So I'll send that over and we'll see that LED blink. But before you do that, again, make sure that you go to the tools section. You go to your board and you make sure that you have the correct board selected. And you also go to port. Now I don't have my PCB board connected at the moment, but if I did, you'd see a selection right here saying USB. If you don't see it pop up right away, or if you're not clear which one it is, then just unplug and then replug it back in, and then you'll see it pop up there. Once you make sure you have the right board and the right port selected, you can either click to verify, which again, this is already a preset code, so you don't really need to do that, but you can click this button right here, which says upload. Now here is exactly why I didn't plug up my PCB board, because you might have gotten a message that's just similar to this: failed uploading, no upload port provided. So this is why in the first video I said to find out what bootloader mode was, because this made me pull my hair out. Now the first and most common reason is going to be because you did not set your Pi into bootloader mode. Now to simply do that, what you'll do is you'll see I have a boot button right here. And you see very small, I'm trying to focus in. Work with me guys, work with me. Okay, and then you see I have the reset button there. Basically what you'll do is you'll hold this boot button down. As you continue to hold it, while this is all connected, you'll click the reset button and then let this boost button go once you see the lights start to blink. And then you'll see it register on your computer as a USB flash drive. Reason number two is a little bit more uncommon, but you may not have a USB data transfer cable. So you may have a USB cable to connect to your Pi board and to your computer, but it might not have a transfer line for data for you to basically send the code through. So some of these cords are just primarily focused on charging. Some of these have data lines as well, just like we said with the light, how we have the 5-volt, the DIN, and the ground. So just make sure that you have the correct USB. Don't go crazy over it. A lot of them do have it, but that could be one of your problems. Primarily, like I said, start with the bootloader mode first. And now that you set your Pi board into bootloader mode, now what you'll see is what you see here. It'll finally pop up as a USB drive. And you can send that blink file over now and watch the magic happen. Now your board isn't gonna pop up as circuitcity, whatever this says. You'll have to download this file here, and basically now I'll show you how you get that. This just helps because every time that you connect via USB now it'll just pop up as this file here. And basically this file that you're gonna download is gonna program the board to basically pop up as USB information, so that way it just pops up as this. So what that file was basically saying was CircuitPython, but they just kind of condensed the name into like a little acronym for themselves. So again, from the main site of Adafruit, still on the RP2040 Prop Maker Feather, you'll see they'll have CircuitPython and they'll have a link to download there. So just go ahead and download that link. That's what's going to give you this file here. And basically what you're going to do with this file is, as you see, if I click the Moot Editor right now, it's going to leave me with the prompt. This says could not find attached CircuitPython device. Now before you even get to this part, you're going to see something that pops up like this. Now you just want to make sure that you select the proper program. We're using CircuitPython, and then click OK. Now in order to use this, again, they say that they need a board that they can read or understand. So this is where that download comes in. So you just download this file into your USB, and then that's what'll give it that CircuitPython. That's what'll give it that weird name. And then from there, I'm just kidding guys, I know it's this CircuitPy, but from there you'll get this library. Now this library is where you can add different codes, such as like different lighting effects, different effects for buttons, different sounds, so on and so forth. This code PY, so when you click into the Moot Editor, now it's not going to give me that prompt because it actually reads and understands the board that I'm working on. When I click New, you'll see it says Untitled. That's not what I want. This is not where I want to edit the code, because this is where it will be sending my code. So what I want to do is hit Load, and then make sure at the bottom left I'm onto the CircuitPy, and then I'll hit Code Pi, and then Open. and then boom, you'll see it says hello world. This is just the beginning prompt that it says and starts off with. But this is how it knows to send the code to your actual board, basically. So this is what you'll want to copy and paste under. You don't want to save it under like a different name or a different file name. You just want to make sure that it says CodePy, write your code, and then send it there. Now the same way that we had the blank file already programmed on Arduino, same place, Adafruit RP20, so we're still on that main page. If you go into CircuitPython libraries, they'll give you a bunch of libraries that you can start out with and just have a little bit of fun. Now CircuitPython or Adafruit, they do have the blank code here that you can download for CircuitPython as well. But just go ahead and mix it around, have a little bit of fun. Make sure you do download the files for the NeoPixels if that's primarily what you're looking for. I know that's what most of you guys are probably watching for. But give it a little fun. They give you step-by-step tutorials so that we can walk through each process of why you're adding each line, what each line means, what value you're going to be changing, what effects you're going to be changing, the whole nine. This video again was just to show you how to download these softwares. But in the next video, we're going to actually be taking this PC board out of the casing, out of the wrapper, and I'm going to be showing you how to program it, add LEDs, add on and off switches, and more. It's PC Comics. Peace.